Good morning. Welcome to another episode of the Jenna Lee Show. We are so excited that you've joined us today. I'm Jenny Long.
And I'm Celie Clark.
And we are Jenna Lee. We are coming to you today from Skype. We're using Skype. So Celie is actually at Greenfield Elementary. And so we are going to be talking with some teachers today and some students. So we're kind of doing it a little different format today. So trying something new. Hope that you really like the lesson that you're going to hear about today. It's pretty awesome. We have some 5th grade students there at Greenfield, and they are doing a pretty cool AR lesson. So Celie's going to introduce us to the teacher, Jeff Laughlin, there, and take us through how the activity is going today.
Awesome. Well, this teacher came to us during a Tech Tuesday and wanted to do something with AR to wrap up his novel study over Where the Red Fern Grows. So Bob Eikenberry, one of our instructional technologists, really took it on and found a way to incorporate Blippar with OneNote. So we created a OneNote that is kind of like an escape room with locked pages. And then they use Blippar once they get the code from the OneNote to go around and blip different raccoons to get special activities and videos from the book.
That's awesome. So, I love using all the different apps and programs that you're putting together with this. It's pretty exciting.
It's a major app smash, let me tell you.
Very cool.
So I'm going to introduce you to Mr. Laughlin and then let him explain what his vision was and why he sees it being so great for his class.
Okay.
Love it. Okay.
Awesome.
And see if I can get them to interview with us. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So this is Mr. Laughlin, and he's
Good morning, Mr. Laughlin.
Good morning.
I'm going to turn it this way though now. He's going to share with us his vision for this activity and the value that he's been seeing from it.
So I really love the fact that we've had the freedom to teach through novels this year. And when we wanted to start Where the Red Fern Grows, it's considered a classic novel. It was written a long time ago. So I really wanted to find ways to connect this generation to a classic novel and make sure it's relevant to today's kids. When we were reading the book, they were really engaged to a degree that I was very surprised at. And so when I wanted to think of a culminating activity when we finished, I thought, what could I do to really solidify how they would remember this book with a good experience that would be something that they would remember always, I guess, and in their everyday life, and technology just fit that bill. So in our Tech Tuesday sessions, I just brought up an idea about a raccoon hunt, a virtual raccoon hunt, because that's what the main character Billy did in the book, was train his dogs to hunt raccoons. And Bob and Celie just kind of took it from there and started bouncing ideas off about different apps, different ways that we could do this. I got some questions, comprehension questions from the novel, and asked Bob to put those into first it was going to be Goose Chase, but it ended up being in OneNote, and they had to answer questions in order to unlock activities. And it just has been working out beautifully this morning. They are all engaged. They're all loving it.
And I love that classroom screen you have behind you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
They were scanning the QR code to get into the OneNote.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
Look
it's a great way to use
great tools you're smashing together.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
All right, so Bob Eikenberry is here as well, and
I'm going to move out.
Bye.
We're gonna let him explain kind of what he did and how he created this activity. All right.
Okay. Hi. Am I on here?
You're on. Yeah.
All right.
Here, let me turn it this way. Can you still see us? Is that better?
Okay.
Okay.
I am so happy to be on the Jenna Lee Show.
Woo!
We're happy to have you.
Yeah. So, well, Mr. Laughlin said, kind of what he's doing. He wanted to do a fun activity with Where the Red Fern Grows. So, since we learned about Blip AR at TCEA, I thought we could use that here. I thought it would be a fun way to incorporate, showing what they know about the novel. So we decided to kind of turn it into a scavenger hunt. And so we used OneNote and we password protected the pages. And so the kids had to answer a question, and then the answer was the password to the next page.
Awesome.
And then once they got a certain number of questions answered, then that would unlock a raccoon, and the kids could go and enter a code, and they could go around the room and use Blip AR to make the raccoon come alive. And then each raccoon had an activity, like there was a Flipgrid activity, there was a Meet the Author, there was a quiz, and then there was a movie trailer as well. So, and what we noticed, the kids just loved it, and they were engaged the whole time. So.
That's great, and they'll remember that one for sure. Just like Mr. Laughlin said, he wanted it to be something that sticks, so that they'll remember that book.
Let's see if you guys can see it.
Good morning. Good morning. Y'all are having fun. Learning a lot.
Are you ready to explain it? Here, let me see if I can. Well, let me turn my camera around. Let's see.
You're good.
Oh, yes, I can. Look.
Yep.
Aha.
Can we go to question 1?
Yeah, and can you explain what you're doing?
Okay.
I'll explain what we're doing.
Okay, just a second. She's got it pulled up. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so what you do is you read this question, and then you answer from one of these. And once you answer one of those, you go to the next question, question 2, and then it asks for that answer. It asks for a password. So the answer to the question is the password for the next question.
Perfect.
So what happens if
Okay.
you don't get it right?
Then they won't let you to the next question. You have to go back to the question and look over it.
So working together, you have a small group that you're working together with?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, great.
And then once you get to page 3, I guess after every third
Yes.
question,
You have
it gives
to-
you.
You have to go on a coon hunt.
Okay.
Oh.
And a raccoon, and you watch our little video, and you.
Can you guys show us what that looks like in Blippar? So can you go to Blippar? All right. Okay, so X out of that one, and then which one was
Let's
that
go
one
to the
on?
one behind. This is number 4.
Okay, so let's go to number 4. All right, so we're going around the room looking for. There's number 2. Here's number 4. All right, so explain what you're doing.
So you hold it down, and then it'll pop up a video.
Oh, look at that. That's awesome.
You just watch a little video. And then it has a question, and you do a flip grid on what your favorite part of the story was.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
These are all the flip grids we did. And that one's ours.
Do you just love Flipgrid?
Yeah.
So did y'all enjoy this activity?
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me why. Why did you think this was lesson?
I thought it was a good lesson because it's teaching you how to work different apps, it's fun because you get to go explore new things like different raccoons and stuff.
Awesome. What about you guys?
Well, I like it because it's really fun, and I like to just answer questions about books because I love reading books.
That's awesome.
I think it's fun because you get to answer the questions about the novel that we just read, Where the Red Fern Grows, and I like to see the raccoons. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Thank you, girls.
Jenny and I have created a couple instructional videos for you, one over OneNote and how to lock the pages to create an escape room, and then also one on Blip AR or Blippar to teach you how to create a blip.
Hey guys, this is a short video to explain how to create a blip to use with Blippar with your students, or Blip AR with your students. So to get started, go ahead and create an account at web.blippar.com or log in. Once you get logged in, it will bring you to your projects page, and you can create a new project here. I'm going to go ahead and use my example so I can show you what a blip actually is. So here I have a definition sheet of some math terms, and I want to be able to give my students the ability to watch a tutorial video or get more information if they do not understand the definition. So a blip would allow for that. So I have the image in the back, and then I have linked a YouTube video to it. So when you take the Blippar app and you open it up and you hover over the worksheet, the video will pop up and allow the students to watch the tutorial video. So let me show you what it looks like. I'm going to publish it and click live. And now I'm going to go to test. For the free version for education, your students will have to enter a code to be able to see the blip. So the code is right here in the corner, and when you enter that code in the app, you can then hover over this image and click the button at the bottom and hold it down, and it will bring up the video. So to create that, we're going to go to Create Blip, and you can upload any image you would like. Here is my image. Click Next. And now here are the different items you can add on the left to your image. So you can add different shapes or even text, widgets, so here are all of the different widgets you can add in, or even uploads. So if you have a video that you've recorded and you would like to add it, you can do that as well. So I'm going to scroll down to the YouTube and drag it over into my image. It even says YouTube on it, but I can also rename it here. Okay. Then you will go to YouTube, find the video that you wish to share with your students on Blippar, click the share button and copy the link, go back to Blippar, and then insert the link or paste the link here. And then your video will be linked when they hover over the image. Click Publish. Click Submit. Click Done. And then you're going to test out your blip to get the code. So I go here to these three dots, click Test, and here is the Blippar code. Now let me show you how to do this on the iPad, so that way you can see how Blippar works. So you will download the Blippar app on your phone or iPad. Once you get into the app, it will look like a camera, and you will need to first enter your blip code. So click the Settings button in the top left corner. Click Enter Test Code. Click Enter Test Code. And then enter the number in the top left-hand corner of your image. Click Confirm. You can then click the X out page and your new code is entered. Then you can hover over your image and hold down the button at the bottom. And now my tutorial video is on my phone or iPad. I can also even move away from the image and I can still access the link. And now my students can use this tutorial video to help them understand these concepts.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you a quick tutorial on how you can use OneNote with an activity like we did with Blippar. So this is a breakout OneNote example where we are going to password protect each of the sections or the tabs in order to answer a question and then unlock the next section to get another question. So I've gone ahead and set up a OneNote, and I'm using the desktop version. So you can use online, you can use an app, but this is my preference. So I have set up a simple OneNote, and I'm going to go ahead and add my sections real quick just so I have those. So I have one here, and I'm going to rename it, and I'm going to just call it question 1. Then I'm going to go ahead and click the plus here, and I'm going to call this one question 2. I'm going to make another one and call it question 3. And so on. So this is just adding your sections or your tabs, and then whatever you put behind the section can be your different pages, and you can also put whatever you want on the page. So for the students, for whatever you want them to answer, it can be text, it can be a video, so you can fill the whole page with different information. So I am going to click on the first tab, question 1, and I'm going to put, for simple purposes today, 1 plus 1. I'm going to stick with the number theme here. Question 1 is 1 plus 1. The answer is 2. So then I'm going to come over here on question 2, and I'm going to go ahead and just do 2 plus 2. I'm going to just put my questions in first, so it's a little easier. 3 plus 3, question 4, 4 plus 4, question 5, 5 plus 5. Okay, I'm going to come back to question 1. So that one I'm going to leave open. Then question 2, I'm actually going to password protect this. So I come up to review, and I click password, and then I'm going to set the password, and the password is going to be the answer to the previous question, which was 1 plus 1, which we know is 2. And then I'm going to confirm that and hit enter. Now question 3, to password protect this, I have to put the answer to the previous question, which was 2 plus 2, which is 4. So I'm going to put 4 here. Okay, so then the next section, to password protect it, it's going to be the answer to the previous question, which was 3 plus 3, and that is 6. And then question 5, I'm going to set that password, and it's going to be 4 plus 4, which is 8. So I'm going to set that for my password there. Okay, so I have named all my tabs, I have written in my questions, and I have password protected. So I'm going to close this out, and I'm going to open it back up real quick just so you can see what it looks like when I want to put in the password. So question 1. So as a student, I'm answering these. Now for the Blippar activity we put the Blippar code in about every third question. So they'd be answering, and then every third question they would get a code to be able to do the Blippar activity. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So then to get into this section, I click it, and I put in 2 and hit enter, and that's going to unlock the next question. 2 plus 2 is 4. So to get into this section here, I click it, put in 4, hit enter. So now my next question, 3 plus 3. So to get into the next section here, 3 plus 3 is 6. So I put that answer in. Question 5. To get into this section, the previous question was 4 plus 4, which is 8. And I enter that, and now I have this question available to me as well. So that's just a quick example of how you can use OneNote to lock different sections and then reveal questions, and students can kind of go on a little breakout activity using OneNote. So hopefully that's helpful for you, and you'll be able to think of ways that you can incorporate that into your lesson. All right, thanks for joining us today on another episode of the Jenna Lee Show. Let us know if you want us to come and work with you or your students on any of the activities that you've seen today. Flipgrid, an escape OneNote activity, or the Blip AR. Pretty cool tools, so we're really excited about them. But just let us know. We'd love to come work with you, or if you have any questions. All right, thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye, Celie.
Bye, Jenny.
See you soon.